Yo, what's going on? I'm Donald Nelson with Supreme Confidence, Big Homie, Lil D, Don, D-Town, all that. You listen with today, listen with Supreme Confidence, yo. Listen to today's episode of the Confidence in the Clutch podcast on the Confidence in the Clutch network. Whether it's the game of basketball or the game of life, you got to have confidence in the clutch. Practice makes confidence. Pressure makes diamonds. Stay sucker free. Keep it a buck like Milwaukee. Stay woke, get out, goal, ball, or bust. Can't fit in when you're standing out. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Listen to Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, YouTube, and at confidenceintheclutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Hit that bell button to get notifications of new episodes is important. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K. Coming up, we're talking about, you already know. Wait a minute. I didn't even do all my stats, though. But it don't even matter about all the stats tonight. We just going to keep it moving, keep it funky. I'll look it up. Y'all know how I usually do. I drop it with y'all, so we got to keep it still that quality like we always do about this time. But the Lakers got their mans. They got their mans. So now that's something totally else to talk about, and we're going to get into all that as well. So, and I'm got my guy Biko. So Biko going to be on here with me, and we're going to be all right with that too. So here's the thing. Like always, bring you quality content with strong opinions and facts. Got a lot to talk about, and can't wait to get my man Biko on the line with me. You heard me? So the confidence starts right now, though. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence
4, 5, 6.
in the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.
Man, we're going to get into it, though, with the Lakers. They just traded Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and 3 first-round draft picks for Anthony Davis. My first reaction, that's a lot, but it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. So they got their mans in them. They didn't have to give up Kyle Kuzma, but they gave up Josh Hart. So they gave up 3 cats really with injury problems. He's a unicorn, though, like Biko said. We're going to get into my man Biko going to get with me because yeah, man, we had a good conversation earlier. I said, man, we got to put it on wax just because we talked about some stuff, man. So let me get in this finals game 6, though. Y'all already know. Shout out to the Raptors for winning the NBA championship. Let me see how I want to come tonight. Let me see. Let's just do this one right now. I can't. You know what? Y'all know I got to pick a beat. And where my hold up. Y'all already know. Like y'all be like, get to it, fam. Y'all know what it is, man. Let me do this right now to start out. We starting out with this one. All right. Now, come on. Toronto wins game 6 and are the 2019 NBA champions, yo. Toronto wins game 6, 114-110 in the series, 4-2. My MVP of that game was Kyle Lowry, man. He put on for the city, like my man say. Now, Kyle had, let me put the box score up because I didn't even do all the work. I was just happy that Kyle's balled out like that. Let me see what Kyle do. Kyle had 26 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds, 41 minutes, 4-7 from the trade ball line. Pascal Siakam, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 of 6 from the three-point line. Fred VanVleet off the bench, 22 points, 5 of 11 from trade ball. He was letting them bitches go. 33 minutes, right? And Kawhi Jordan, from here on out, that's what I'm calling him. 22 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 7-16 from the field. I mean, light work. For the Golden State Warriors, Klay Thompson, 30 points, 5 rebounds, 4 of 6 from the land of 3 before he walked off, unfortunately injured. Iggy, 22 points, 2 rebounds, 3 of 6 from the land of 3. Steph, 21, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 3-11 from three-point line. All right. DeMarcus Cousins had 12 and 5. Draymond had 11, 19 rebounds and 13 assists. Damn. That's a stat line. 19 rebounds, 13 assists. He did his job. All right. So, wow. That's big. Field goal percentage wise, Toronto was 39-82 for 47%, 48%. Golden State was 39-80 for 49%. 3 Toronto 39%, 13-33. Golden State 11-31 for 35. Golden State 21-30 from the line for 70%. Toronto 23-29 for 80%. So rebounds, Toronto, what they got? 39 rebounds, 11 offensive. Golden State had 42, 11 offensive. Turnovers, Golden State had 16 to Toronto's 12. There you go right there, them turnovers, as usual. Fast break points. Toronto won at 18-13. Points in the paint, that was tied at 42. So let me get to my last final joint is always the bench points. Let me see. We know, let me see, bench points. Toronto won at 37-20. That's big. All right, my reaction. Toronto led 33-32 after first quarter, right? Toronto 7-13 from 3-point range in the first quarter. That's big. Raptors led 60-57 at halftime. Kyle Lowry had 28, 4 or 5 from Atlanta 3, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Pascal Siakam had 13 points, 3 or 5 from Atlanta 3. Ibaka had 10. Kawhi had 9 and 22. You know your bathwater's ready, Bill, right? That's what you're doing. Okay, 9 and 22. Klay Thompson had 18 points for the Warriors. 2 or 3 from Atlanta 3. Iggy had 11. Steph had 9, 2 and 3. Cousins had 7. Lowry had that 4 foul on that block on Iggy. I'm like, oh, I thought it was a little situation where he got the ball first, but you know, it is what it is. Then the moment where everybody like, oh my gosh, man, it was not a good situation. Nobody felt good about it at all. You know, and Klay got injured, man. You see that knee buckle outwards and all that. Man, Jesus, it was a turning point of the game. They were up 5 at that time. Klay was playing great. Looked like he was on his way to at least 40-something. You know, he left and couldn't come back due to not shooting free throws. Whatever, he came back, shot the free throws. But, man, one thing about Klay, what I like, he keeps it in his shooter's pocket. And the shooter's pocket is your hand is always up by your shoulder so you can catch that joint and shoot it right away. Not your hands down by your waist, not your hands down by your thighs and none of that. He always has his hands up down there, guy hand by his chin and his shooting hand by his shoulder, ready to catch and shoot. That's what these young kids need to pay attention to, because that's the key to shooting, that shooter's pocket. You know what I mean? So he came back and shot some free throws, and he didn't come back. Golden State led 88-86 after 3, regardless. You know, Klay had 30 at that point when he went out in the third quarter. Iggy had 20, Steph 17. That was the only Warriors in double digits at the time. Kyle Lowry had 24, Siakam 21, Kawhi had 19 at that time. For the whole game, Raptors had 5 in double digits. So VanVleet scored 12 points in the fourth. He hit 3 3-point field goals. VanVleet had 14 points in the whole series versus Philly. You know, he had his children. I mean, he had a new child. So, you know, that can be something to worry about when you out on the road and can't be there and you want to be there and all that. But I think his woman had the baby while they were playing the Milwaukee Bucks. And he was able to go down to Rockford, where he's from, which is only like an hour away, hour and a half, maybe tops away, hour and 15, something like that. And he was able to get there for everything he needed to be there for. So that was cool. But ever since then, he been balling. It was a sequence that won the championship. And what it was, Siakam missed a J. He got an offensive rebound. Then he kicked to Lowry for a J, and Lowry drove left and shot like the elbow range J, and he made it. And that play right there won a championship. I said I was going to go back and look at the game and see what time that was. But if y'all remember, Pascal shot a J on the left-hand side. When it got his knee on rebound, kicked it to Lowry, who was on the right-hand side. Lowry drove middle and made a little fadeaway shot, and that won them the championship. I swear to God, to me it did, right? To me it did. You know what I mean, when I'm looking at it. So let me look at it. Oh my gosh. Danny Green almost cost the chip. That turnover with 10 seconds left in the game. No, my thing is attack Draymond's top foot and then drive, because if you attack his top foot, he's gonna open up and give you the lane. He's going to open it up and give you a driving lane. Don't just stand there and try to triple threat. That's stupid. Then you try to pass it down the sideline. The sideline is another defender, clown. You can't do that, man. He pissed me off with that one. Like, they get paid too much money, but I understand pressure bust pipes in them situations. But, you know, Steph had a good shot. It just didn't fall. Draymond timeout and none. Raptors 2019 NBA champions. That's all that happened. So, following all of that, though, the Golden State Warriors, their trainer was key. I remember that lady. She used to wear the polos, and I forgot her name. I'm sorry about that. Let me see if I can find her name. We ain't going to do that. We ain't sorry about shit. We're going to find her name. Atlanta. Let me see. Atlanta Hawks. I'll find her name, though. Atlanta Hawks medical staff. That's what we're going to call them. Yeah, but, yeah. Atlanta Hawks medical staff. Let me see what I can get. Chelsea Lane. That was her name. Chelsea Lane. It's funny how she leaves, and then they got all them injuries down there. Injuries can't be prevented, but you can be proactive and great with rehab to help him better. Durant on that strained calf ruptured his Achilles tendon in Game 5. Clay on a pulled hamstring tore his ACL in Game 6. You can say they're not related, but whatever. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. It's unreal. Clay was playing compromised. KD was playing compromised, and they both was injured and going to be out for almost a year. It's ridiculous, man. So what's next for the Warriors? So many questions. Did they risk KD's health because they knew he was leaving? Per Jay Williams, ESPN, right? KD out a year. Where will he sign? I'm under the thinking, too, like KD just come back, get that 31 and a half, rehab on their time, and then come out after next year if that's what you're going to do. Or if you don't trust him, leave. I'm thinking he should get that money because now they just, you know, people talking that asterisk stuff, and we're going to get with Biko in a minute, talking that asterisk because KD didn't play. My thing is, you can only play who's on the schedule, and who's playing for that team. I don't want to hear that so-and-so didn't play, so it wasn't the same thing. I don't like that. That ain't G. But, whatever. I don't think they risk KD's health. KD wouldn't allow them to do that to him. So now we got Clay out a year. How much the Warriors offer him? They got to give him the max. They want KD to stay, they get him max. So KD just opt in and get Clay the max and do KD next year, but then they got to do Draymond. Would they extend Draymond? Would they extend him now or wait for Draymond? Whatever. They're going to talk the right amount of money. We got to figure that out. Cousins, will he stay? Is he going to bounce? What are you going to do? He can stay. Get that mid-level exemption because they're going to give them exemptions for the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson anyway. But they need another wing. I say Cousins need to go to the Lakers. That's what I say. Me personally. Go to the Lakers. That's what I say. But I don't know if that's too much with AD now and LeBron and too much in the paint and all that. That might be too much. It all depends. It all depends. Did Steph show up enough? He showed up enough. He can't do everything. Neither can Clay, neither can KD. But when all three of them together, they play great and it's all good. But I'm not going to sit here and say that Steph didn't show up. He had 40-something in one game. He just missed a shot. We all miss shots sometimes, right? Do we have enough to say postseason he's not clutch when he needs to be? No. In the finals? Maybe. But that's if you want to not like Steph. I mean, like I said, he can't make all the shots. He's a killer. Steph Curry. I think that shit is disrespectful, as is our injuries the reason the Raptors won. That's disrespectful too. No. They won because they beat the Warriors. That's how they won. They beat the defending champions who will compromise injury-wise. Nick Nurse, first-year head coach. Masai Ujiri made a move and it paid off. Traded their franchise best player. Fired the coach in DeMar DeRozan. Fired the coach of the year in Dwayne Casey. More has to be said about his vision. They had 0 lottery picks on the roster. Traded for Marc Gasol as well. It's reported Masai Ujiri will get a killer offer from Washington Wizards, giving them like $10 million annually. Ownership stake possibly. Nick Nurse, head coach Nick Nurse, a great job at adjustments. It's all worked out regardless of his timeouts and how he uses them. How about this? Don't get on him for using the timeout. You rather somebody get on somebody for using you rather I use the timeout or you rather I don't use the timeout. How about that? Not using the timeout. Right? So That's something that people need to realize as a coach. I'm never gonna get on another coach about using the timeout, man. Come on. So let me see where I'm at. Kyle Lowry, come on, man. What a ride and redemption story. He lost his coach, lost his homeboy best friend, almost got traded throughout the season. That's what they were saying. They saying he wasn't talking to Masai. Masai was like, man, if you ain't buying in, man, we can move you around, fam. We can trade you somewhere else. And he wanted to buy in. So Marc Gasol, that trade worked out. Him and Pau Gasol, only brothers to win the NBA championship. Kawhi, Finals MVP. Now Spurs made a mistake. He talked about it. He was hurt, and they shouldn't have treated him like that, though. He said he was hurt. You can't tell me how much I hurt. That's what I like. You can't tell me how much my head hurt, my back hurt, my finger hurt, what I should be doing. But that's what they love. People love to do this and tell people how they should feel. I don't like that. Not how they look. Warriors, that was the 5th loss at home this postseason. 4 in previous 4 final appearances. Warriors, the 3rd team to lose in finals going after a 3-peat, right? 2014 Heat and 89 Lakers. Remember both of those teams. The thing is, though, they're 9-1 in the finals with Durant. How about that? The Raptors knock off top seeds in both conferences. Raptors 6-2 versus Warriors this season, 3-0 at Oracle. Well, shit, now it's 4-0 at Oracle, right? Yeah, it's 4-0. Wow, this season. Think about it. Raptors traded away decorated best player DeMar DeRozan, Fire Coach of the Year. Traded for Marc Gasol, took Philly to 7 games, was down 2-0 to the Bucks, and 1-6 in that series. What's next for the Raptors? Kawhi can leave. Masai can leave, right? What's going to happen? What's the best move for them? I'm thinking just run it back. You at least got to run it back. I'm saying just run it back. But this injury stuff with KD and Clay, people trying to secure that paper. Kawhi might not want to run it back. So I get it. Listen, basketball was invented by a Canadian. First game in NBA history was in Toronto, Canada. We the North is now we the champs. Kawhi, the 3rd most points in NBA Finals history. For a series average, almost he was in the 50, 40, 90 club for the joint. Let me pull him up. That's one thing I did want to pull up. That for Kawhi, for the series he averaged, man. Where he at? Let me get it, y'all. Y'all just work with me right fast. Like I said, he's almost 50, 40, 90 club. I mean 50% from the field, 40% from the landed 3, 90% from the tray ball. Let me get it. Per game, advanced filters. Let me get pro versus all team. Golden State. Here we go. All right, run it. Let me check this out. I got to start using basketball reference too. So he averaged 28.5. He had 43. Wait a minute. Yeah, 43% from the field, 35.7 from three-point land, 90.6 for free throws. So he had some percentage points to get to that field goal and that 3-point, but he almost was there. It is better than nothing, right? So Kawhi, 3rd player to win Finals MVP in history for 2 teams, joining Kareem and LeBron, and 4th to win in first season with team. You know what I mean? First to win in both conferences, right? Kawhi Jordan is his name from now, y'all. For all the haters, Kawhi Jordan. Give it up to Kawhi Leonard, man. Let me take a small break, y'all.
Confidence in the clutch.
Yeah, we back. I got Biko on the line, man. We got to talk about this. This Laker trade, Biko. Go. I got to introduce you to the people. This is my man. Been knowing them for decades.
What up?
Decades. So, Biko, welcome to the show, man. Appreciate you.
No doubt. What up? What we talking about, man?
Man, this Lakers trade, man. Come on. Okay. Lonzo Ball.
What's up with the trade? It's a good trade. Let's go.
I'm a Bron fan. I've been a Laker fan. I had a pair of weapons, some purple and golds back in the days. I was down with Shaq, Kobe. I was down with Nick Van Exel, so it was cool. Had Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones. I've been
Eddie Jones and all that, right?
Yeah.
Cedric Sabalas. Was you in Cedric Sabalas years?
Yeah, Sebo. Yeah, I'm good. I'm all that. I used to play with him on the game. All that. I'm good. But damn, Melvin, that seemed like a lot. I get it. You got to give up something to get a whole bunch like that, but that seemed like a lot, Mel. Come on, you got to win me over with this one.
Nah, I'm just saying. Listen, we in an era where everybody, it's like swing for the fences right now. It ain't about a long-term, protracted sort of plan to get your team back to where you want them and all that. It's like We need to do it right now. We need to go for the gusto. People ain't got time to try to build a program or nothing like that. But bringing AD in, that's an official move right there. That's official. For one, we already talked about it. Your man's a unicorn. He can do it. He can put the ball on the floor. He's big. He got a solid post game, solid mid range. We know he can stroke it from the outside and all that.
Word.
He can play alongside LeBron. I think they already got a little history. They might have done an Olympic joint together, if I'm not mistaken.
Word.
So got a little court time playing with Bron already, and that's just one of those pieces, man, that you can't deny. You can't deny. He was one of those highly touted individuals out there that everybody, in terms of the free agency market, that people were looking at. He's a big name. You can't. At least well, the Lakers don't sell out regardless, but it just made them that more competitive in the West. I mean, it almost, if we're going to consider where Golden State is right now, we can consider the turmoil that Houston is going through right now in terms of them trying to figure out their identity.
Word.
I think they've already, they've all but punched themselves a ticket into the Western Conference Finals with this piece. Now, that's not to say that they don't have any pieces to get still.
Right.
And everybody knows that, AD is injury prone, man.
That's why
that's
why I said we gave up too much.
Son is injury prone. That's a fact. Son is injury prone. I know I don't know. He hasn't had any major catastrophic type injuries that'll put him out for, significant times. But the question is, when you need him, is Son going to be available? Is he going to be ready to go? You know what I mean? Mainly in the playoffs. So can his body hold up an 82-game season and going deep into the playoffs? You know what I mean? That's going to be a big piece, son.
Well, they say health is wealth, and sometimes when you're happy, everything is rocking for you, the weather and all that. That's where you want it to be, and there's a whole bunch of different situations. Now, the Lakers going to have some money to spend. They ain't going to bring everybody back. I can't see them bringing Rondo. I can't see them doing that. But you know what? Maybe they need to sign and trade Rondo for Bledsoe or something, man. With the Bucks, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, let me see. Wait, is that? Let me see. What is Bledsoe? Was Bledsoe a Kentucky nigga, right?
Yeah, so he rocking with AD.
That's a fact.
He rocking with AD, and he a Klutch sports client.
Oh, that makes sense, right?
I mean, if that's what we're going to do.
But
But
he definitely need to. Listen, Son can go out of Milwaukee. Let's just keep it all the way funky. Like, Son can go.
He earned my respect in the playoffs, though. He was balling in the playoffs because it was games when he didn't ball, we was going to lose. And this games when he came in the second half and, man, solidified that win and sealed the deal. So I didn't like him at first, but this year he played this is the best he played in his career, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, when it, you know what I'm saying? You need somebody who's going to be there. Like I just said, remember we were just talking about this, and like Terry Rozier. Like we need a player like that who has the fortitude to go out there and get a bucket, who can spread the doggone floor, who can control the pace of the game. Like what he did at Boston last year's playoffs, to me, solidified him as a starting point guard on a big team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want cats to sleep on Rozier. And I know he's not happy over there. Like, you really got to consider that as a possibility. He's like one of those pieces that'll fit right in with what they're trying to do. Not trying to sleep on Rondo, because that's my dude. I'm a 2008 Boston Celtics aficionado. I'm with that and all that. Like, Rondo's my man. And I think he's going to be better suited when he sitting on the sideline and got that three-piece on and he has a team. Like, he's a player-coach type. So, he can still get it done on the floor. He can get it done on the floor, but he needs a backup too. And he needs somebody who can, but like I said, Rondo can back up Rozier. I don't know.
Right, but listen, that leaves, I mean, we gave up 3 guards. You know what I mean? We gave up 3 guards and we got to get 3 more guards. Like, so we ain't got no guards on the bench. So, I mean, they got to go get some cats, and I don't know how it is. Like, you know, there's a lot of these free agents out there, but I mean, right now LA looking like a nice spot. Like, could you, man, if Kawhi said, man, I'll go there now, You know what I'm saying? If they got that max spot, I'll go there now. Jimmy
Now,
Butler.
that's the thing. They ain't got no more max though.
Oh
That's it.
man, yeah.
That's it.
Okay, well that you know what you know who they finna go get then. We either finna. I mean, we traded everything, so we can't get Bradley Beal. But man, we could sign Chris Middleton, and Chris Middleton got to just understand, fam. We can give you like the 4 for the 80 or something like that, but we can't max you out. It's on you.
Chris Middleton, the All-Star. You cannot afford Chris Middleton, man. Like son, he punched his ticket as well, man. So
Okay, so
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
man, we just gave up all this. What I'm saying is we gave up all this and we gotta replace this. So we just gonna get some we're gonna try to get some bargain bin cats. Why we can't sign Cuz from Boston? Why we can't sign Rozier in the Lake Show then?
No, you probably could. Like that would be a good look for him because
Yeah.
you know what I mean. He ain't. I don't think he's commanding that. He ain't commanding that top tier dollar because he won't even start this year.
Right.
You put him on a team like that where he'll have he's next to LeBron and AD. So he's gonna get the looks just the off top. You know what I'm saying? Like that definitely can enhance his stock as well. But like I said, whatever they do, they're only a step away from punching that ticket, man. So I think it's a good look.
Jeez, man.
I think it's a good look.
So, man, I just don't know what the whole what we gonna do. But I mean, that's what they got Rob Pelinka and all them Rambuses to figure out. Like I'm gonna need that free agent list. I'm really gonna have to look down and look
Hold on. Your joint breaking up. What's up?
Oh shit, I don't know. Shit, you can't hear me?
Yeah, I got you. I hear you now.
Okay, yeah. We got to figure out everything with them, though. But that's gonna be something to talk about. Some pieces gonna fall, and we gonna figure it out. So let's talk about this state of the NBA and these Raptors winning the championship. Because I know you feel strongly about the championship they won and how they won it and what's going on with it. Let me hear it. Because you said there's an asterisk behind the joint.
Listen, let's keep it like I don't know how you wanna. We can play the political game, or we can keep it guns. However you want it.
We go on both. We go on both. I thought about it.
Look, all right. Well, then I'm gonna keep it political. On the political side of things, son, Toronto put a better product out there on the floor, and they definitely deserve that win. Like they did their work with team versus team.
Mm-hmm.
What was on the floor, what was on the court, they were a better team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, so they were completely deserving of the championship because they definitely outplayed the Golden State Warriors. Now, that's the political answer. Now I'm gonna keep it guns with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's still gonna be an asterisk by this joint because I'm a big proponent of the fact that you can't beat the champs unless you beat the champs, and they did not. They won against Golden State, but they didn't beat the champs, right? Golden State Warriors are 9-1 when they're playing their in the championship series when they're playing everybody with KD, Splash, and they're Draymond, and they're 9-1. You know what I mean? So if you want to, pound your chest and say, yo, we king of the mountains, facts, I give you that. Right. But y'all aren't the champions. You know what I mean? Y'all got the ring.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, Golden State Warriors are still the champions. Until you dethrone that squad, you ain't the champions to me, son.
Well, so let me get this right. Done. Come on, you can't. So if KD played, right, but like somebody else is injured, Iguodala and Draymond, then it's still an asterisk because both of them is huge. I looked at that stat line where Draymond had 11, 19, and like 12 or something like that. So
yeah, he had a triple double. It's an asterisk, son. Like, come on, everybody, listen. When people are going to be open and honest about what they really think about, I mean, let's remove all of the Golden State hate out of the frame. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And let's look at what that team is capable of doing when they put their full strength on the court. They're unstoppable, and everybody knows that they're unstoppable. right? Because there's no answer for KD. There
Right.
is no answer for KD.
Right. 9-1 in the
And
finals. 9-1 in the finals
yeah,
with KD.
that's a fact. That's a fact. There is no answer for him. And I think, like, from a marketing standpoint, from a business standpoint, I think it looks good for the NBA that Toronto won the NBA finals, right? It looks good because now it gives all these middle markets, small markets, this whole idea, along with Golden State, because they helped change this paradigm as well,
Mm-hmm.
that they have an opportunity, right? That they got a chance to win the final. It's not all about the big joints anymore. The New York, the LA, Boston, the Houstons and all of the big major market teams. Now you got mid markets and smaller markets. Milwaukee, for instance, like at the crib, we in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we're just a shot away from, realizing our dreams as well as going back to the championship and bringing that back to Cream City and all that. So it gives these small markets from an NBA marketing standpoint. People look at that like, yo, that's a good look. Like Toronto give us hope that that we can win, that we can bring the chip back to the city and so on and so forth.
Word.
But again, I gotta stand by this joint, son. Like Golden State Warriors, they're the best team. They're still the best team out there. They're still NBA champions as far as I'm concerned. Part of the problem that we also have to look at is what they've been through. Like they were injury riddled. We understand that, and that's part and parcel to how greedy the NBA is in terms of what they're asking for their players to do. Now I know the NBA, their argument is going to be that their salaries, NBA players' salaries, are commensurate with what we're asking them to do, right? So they're getting these large paydays now. They're getting a $40 million, $30, $20 million a year contract and all of that. But here's what you're asking them to do. You're asking them to play a preseason. You're asking them to play 82 games.
Right.
You're asking them to play 7-game series throughout the playoffs.
That shit need to get changed. That shit need to be 5 in the first
7-game
round.
series throughout the playoffs, right? That's ridiculous. And so what are we seeing happen to these players now? Golden State has done this for the last 5 years, over 100-plus games.
Right.
Over 100-plus games that these dudes that you're asking, the type of wear and tear that they're putting on their bodies. And their bodies aren't holding up as much as they were able to in the past.
Right, but like I said, that's the price. That's the price of being a good team, a championship team. You know what I'm saying? Winning 3 and 5 years. That's the price of that. I mean, you gotta.
It's the price, but this is all about the dough, son. Like, let's keep it real, man. Like, who's profiting? Who's making the real dough off of this? So if the players are making tens of millions, then we have to understand that the owners are making hundreds of millions.
Absolutely.
Right? They're making close to bill tickets off of the players. They ain't shooting out one bucket.
Well, the NBA, they moving towards using the word investor, not owners, due to the minorities. They don't want to offend nobody in the negative connotation of players, minority owners. They don't even want to do that. So I applaud them for trying to change up the game and the narrative of what a team sports ownership group should look like. You know what I mean? Don't be lazy with your verbiage, how you're talking about people. So I love how they're trying to switch it up to the investor. You know what I mean?
We can get that political piece, but if I'm not mistaken, you have one non-white male that's an investor, if you can use their language, in the NBA.
Absolutely.
In the whole so you still got the same model.
Yeah.
White males, right?
Right.
Like, listen, man,
Billionaires.
I ain't playing that game, son.
Billionaires.
I'm not gonna play that game.
Well,
These niggas, and I'm gonna keep it. You know what I'm saying? They doing they want to.
Yeah.
They making dough. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the profit motive. That's what this thing is about. And players you know what I'm saying? They making decisions to put themselves in positions to optimize their own skill set. And I'm not mad at that.
Right. The Lakers the only one that's running like a mom and pop. Everybody else just like their little toy. You know what I mean? It's something to do.
Maybe, but then people see that as dysfunctional, right?
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know. I don't care about Jimmy Buss or any keep their guns with you. Lakers I ain't really as I'm not a young bull anymore, so I'm not following Showtime anymore. So what their dysfunction is what their dysfunction is. You know what I mean? I think people, for nostalgia purposes, want to hold on to the Lakers and hold them as this marquee team for the NBA and all that. But I'm good on LA. I'm good on New York.
Now the
I'm
feel
good on Boston.
right? We'll be good on that. But the feel good with the Raptors winning is two things. For one, it truly makes it international. Even though they're in North America, still it's another country won a chip. So that's his story. And for what Kawhi did, San Antonio, y'all didn't want me no more. Y'all tried to have my homeboy Strong Army. They talking crazy in the media. We know Pop put him up to it and gave him to go ahead to do it, like Steven Jackson be saying. You know what I mean? But he went and won it on a rental, like you said. He won it on a rental. And now he can go wherever he want to, and that man going to be loved and revered in Toronto forever. First major sports championship since 1993 when the Blue Jays won. So, I mean, man, it's a good thing for the players. And think about it now. Now people want to take them chances and take them risks. Like I can sign them 1 year. I mean, players been chasing rings forever. Like you always going to chase that ring. But like when KD chased the ring, what was he saying though, Biko? He was saying, man, I thought the ring was going to make everything better for me, and it didn't. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't all what it's cracked up to be. But Toronto winning, it's for the dough. The league did it. But, I mean, think about it, though. If KD don't tear that Achilles, we might be having Game 7 tomorrow.
No, that's a fact. I don't know about that. I don't think we would have had a Game 7. This series would have been over already if we talking. I mean, if you would have played in the beginning of the series.
Yeah, I'm talking about if he came back and didn't never rupture that joint.
No. We'd be in a Game 7. You know what I mean? And it'll be, you know what I'm saying? They'll be blowing down the Oracle with having to take down another banner from the Raptors before they do it. It's a foregone conclusion, son.
Mm-hmm.
It's a foregone conclusion. Like, you know, we can hate all we want because people they love to hate.
Right.
So that's like America's favorite pastime. You know what I'm saying? Let's build you up so that we can destroy you. Because here's a team that did it all the way that the haters actually envisioned and wanted it to happen. All these players were drafted, right? Like these are homegrown teams.
Yeah.
This is a homegrown. Draymond Green, what is it? 30-something players come before him or whatever.
Yeah.
Steph, you know, all this is homegrown. They did it the right way, and they won championships before Son got there.
Mm-hmm.
And he joined it, but we don't know what was going on. I was telling you, Westbrook be wilding, though.
Right.
Nah, I ain't trying to play with dude no more, man. He be wilding. So yeah, he did it his way. He made a decision for him. Again, like I said, he's positioning himself, one, his legacy on the court, two, his family legacy off the court, and his business ventures and all that. He got close to Silicon Valley.
Right.
He started rubbing shoulders with other billionaires, getting investment ideas and so on and so forth.
Right.
Son got to develop his portfolio. Like, it ain't always about what's happening between the lines. And when these players are making these decisions about what team they're going to, sometimes, you know, it's about what's happening offside the court and how they set themselves up. I know, you know, people want them to shut up and dribble and all that, but these players they got plans too.
Absolutely.
They have ideas. They want to be a part of the investment groups.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
They want to get in partnerships and see their wealth build for their families for generations as well.
Yeah.
I think people are so comfortable with the idea and notion of the non-fiscally responsible or the lack of financial literacy amongst black athletes. But when black athletes begin to demonstrate intelligence in the way in which they're developing portfolios and building wealth and so on and so forth, people have a problem with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that many of these players are multi-layered, right? Like, we can agree that KD is an emotional person who cares about his perception, how people perceive him, you know, in the general public. But he's also an intelligent man who is all concerned about setting his family up for generational wealth as well. Like, so when I see these players making these types of decisions, I mean, look at LeBron's portfolio.
Mm-hmm,
My man is in everything, son.
Right.
I mean, look at Kobe's portfolio. Son is in everything. These dudes is getting in the ground floor like Hov. These dudes is getting in the ground floor of these major companies, from the Ubers and some of the other major Silicon Valley once they go public, these businesses become immediate billion-dollar companies, Forbes billion-dollar companies. These dudes are making those types of investments. So these players are intelligent. They're more than just athletes.
Absolutely.
They're talking about expanding and creating generational wealth. And those types of decisions are going into what team these players are playing on. Now, that's another political joint. Now, when we just going to break it down to the emotional barbershop language, let son do what he want to do.
No,
Son
yeah.
can go where you want to go, man.
Ain't nobody hating on him. No, ain't nobody hating on him.
Let
Biko,
that
though.
dude, yo, let him eat. For years, he had to sit on the sidelines while Westbrook was wild and taking wild shots and all types of dumb stuff. Yo, we don't know how many times, like KD wanted to slap son. We don't know nothing about that. He probably put hands on that dude a couple of times. My man from the DMV, they don't play those types of games. He from the pull-up culture. What are we talking about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, he just like you said, we be on
so
he be on in the feed too much though. Yeah, you know what I mean, to react to everybody. Yeah, you know what I mean, so sometimes you gotta let it ride. Once you start reading that, it's like, man, there's always gonna be some negativity, but there's so much positivity out there. Like, you know what I'm saying, somebody call you a dirty bitch, I don't really think you're gonna worry about it. You know what I mean, because you'll never see him, and you know it's just, you know who it is, somebody behind a phone on a computer. That it is what it is. Now, if it's a whole bunch of dirty bitches, that's when it becomes a problem. But he's not even built like that. He's not a bad guy to be a. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I get that. Nah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, athletes deal with their own level of fragility as well. You know what I mean? These dudes ain't perfect.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's his prerogative.
Probably, like Cap could say, son, you wild sensitive. So what? My mama raised me, nigga. So what?
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Pops wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm figuring this out by myself, nigga. You tell me about me. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Let that nigga eat. You know what I'm saying?
Word. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Cause look at Kyle Lowry. Look, my thing is, when the investor Mark Stevens, when he pushed him, found like, if Kyle would have did anything, he would have been suspended. It would have been something else. But y'all got to understand, the culture is created. We're not saying the NBA is creating this culture. I mean, the fans are the closest in any sport. But I mean, come on, man. That was for what he did and how he showed poise and he had confidence in the clutch and not respond to dude. That was amazing. And then to come back and kill him after that. You know what I'm saying? And win that chip in their building and send the message in that first half. This is what we doing. That's what I'm saying. You say that asterisk, but that shit. Bet you who don't care about no asterisk? Toronto. They don't give a damn about no asterisk. Your man.
Yeah, you get an asterisk, son.
Your man Drake. Your man Drake.
Yo, son. Really? What player you don't do that, though. I don't even want to listen. Straight up and down. I couldn't even watch the end of the game because of this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like, listen, I'm 46, so I could care less about a Drake. Right. It ain't about no Drake hate because he ain't from my generation. You know what I'm saying? It's not for me to like this dude.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
But let me just talk about antics and let me talk about the arrogance to try to put yourself in the game. Like, that presence instigates and to just be the irritant that he is on the floor. I don't care if they call you an ambassador. You ain't even the illest dude. You know what I'm saying? Cardinal official is the illest nigga to come out of Canada.
Here we go.
On the mic.
Cardinal.
So let's keep it Cardinal official, the illest nigga to come to pick up a mic out of Canada, nigga. First of all, we gonna keep it all the way 100. So for you to try to yo, this is the six and you the six.
This the
Yo, hold that,
six. This the
son.
six.
Like, I don't
What you
ain't
mean?
you hold that. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Man,
You know what
look.
I'm saying? But you know what?
What's
You
up?
got the music, you got the industry in the
Yeah.
chokehold. I ain't fronting on you. You
Yeah.
got the industry in the chokehold, but the bar is dumb low. But you can hold that, like I said. But anyway, from the standpoint of you being a fan,
Mm-hmm.
you just do way too much. And here's the problem: so often athletes want to they want to mingle in that life as well. You know what I'm saying? They like that pop culture, hip hop, and they want to be a part of that piece. And we know artists want to be athletes and that kind of thing. So we have this nasty mashup of athletes and these artists and that kind of thing. And you got E40 at the game. Yo, hold all that. Yeah. Hold on, dog.
Here we go. Confidence in the clutch.
I'm recording the thing. What are we talking about? Hold on.
Yo. Y'all know what it is, man. This is how we do it in Confidence in the Clutch. Ain't no editing none of this out. None of that. This is what we do. We working.
474-705.
Done. Whatever that is. We got to edit that out.
It's a joint. Nah, that ain't nothing. So niggas don't know what kind of code that is. It's a code, nigga. You try to figure it out, then. You want to figure it out, nigga.
Figure it out, done. Word.
474 some other shit. Whatever I said. Do that. Hold up, nigga.
Right.
Listen, where was I at? I was about to say something ill, too.
He's too busy talking about Drake. Even though he dropped a heat song, he got this song called Omerta.
Yeah.
He dropped some heat.
Listen, I ain't hearing none of that.
It's all good, man.
I ain't hearing nothing.
It's a
Let me tell you what I
preference,
did like, because you like to change the subject. I can't never have a linear conversation with you because we end up like branching off into mad different joints or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to bring the music piece up in the middle of our sports. Cool.
Go.
To the Jim Jones joint, and I'm not even a Jim Jones fan. Or the mother that joint is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the clues he did made and it was just like an L joint all the way through. And I'm cutting my grass. I'm listening to it because there's never going to be a time where I'm just chilling at the crib doing nothing, listening to Jim Jones. Nope, I was cutting my grass, so I didn't have time to reach it. I couldn't cut it off and fast forward, do none of that. So I had to sit with it. I had to listen to the joint while I'm doing my little lawn care on my little Friday, Saturday joint, doing that one too. So when I was good, it's good grass cutting music. If nothing else, I listen to the whole joint while I'm doing lawn care.
Okay, all right.
But that's beside the point. Now you're getting onto this whole Drake. Well, let me get back to my point that I was making, son. Like he's sick to me. Like he's like, you're not Spike Lee. You heard? Like, to try to put yourself in a light where people would associate you with a team as if you are a Jack Nicholson or a Spike Lee. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a mascot, basically. That's what you were trying to do. Like, that's all you were. You was a joke.
He was weak, though. He didn't even travel done. And they said the NBA told him he couldn't even come to Oracle for the safety issues.
That's what makes him so fake. Like, to me, the Sikh nigga that's in Toronto with the turban and all that, my man, like, that's the dude who should have been getting camera time. Because Son's been at all the games.
He be at all the games.
Son at all the games. Son got other cats rocking the turban.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he's official. Like, and this dude with his, you know what I'm saying? It's just the light skin privilege. You heard? Like, he on his light skin privilege joint, you know? Like, I'm on that, da-da-da-da-da. Ain't no colorism, nigga. I know who I am. I got knowledge of self. But anyway, this nigga, man, is just an irritant to me, son. Word.
He the biggest star in the world. He one of the biggest stars in the world, though. So he, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
saying,
it,
like,
man.
don't you got a tour? What you gonna do?
He got back. He got back from tour.
That?
You see, he wasn't there earlier in the playoffs. He got off his European leg of his tour. OVO ambassador. He was there with the same man every game. Yeah, you know I mean, they on the stage when they on the road. I don't get that, but you know, it is what it is.
Listen, son. Like, they could have missed me with that whole 1-2. Like, I ain't want to see none of that. Like, I'm watching the game, and that's what I'm saying. Like, even ESPN, like, cut into dude. Like, yo, come on, man. That nigga ain't taking no shots out here.
Man, you know what
like,
it is.
I don't want to see him, son.
You know
like,
what it
they
is.
at least respectfully go to Spike Lee, just a couple of times and all that.
Word. It's all good though. So Toronto got the asterisk, but they won that joint.
Yeah.
State of affairs of the NBA. We already said Terry Rozier. We had another spot for Scary Terry though. Where'd you say?
What was that?
We had another spot for Scary Terry. Who did we say? Did we say he can come to the mill too? Yeah.
Coming to the mill.
Yeah, we said we can take him in the mill. And then we said the Lake Show would be good for him. But, what I was going to ask you, what about my man D-Lo? What about, no, he can't go back to L.A., so I don't know where he going to go. He an all-star. He going to command hefty. One of them shows was talking about he should go sign in Phoenix or whatever, but.
Who you say?
D'Angelo Russell.
Oh, Russell. Nah, he got it. What? So what? His joint over? Brooklyn ain't trying to hold that dude down.
They ain't gonna hold him down. They ain't gonna have him and Kyrie.
I mean, is that a foregone conclusion already?
Man, damn near. Because they said it was reported that he signed him with Rock Nation, dropped his agent. Rock Nation Sports, the dude that runs that, got a twin brother, and his twin brother is the COO of the Nets. You know what I'm saying? So he bought the crib in the NY and all that. This is going to be crazy because the draft is just Thursday, and the week after that, week and a half, free agency hit. So everything finna happen real quick. So we finna see what's going on. AD already gone, so everybody had them trade chips. Now it is what it is. Now Boston, it's finna be mad crazy, yo. It's finna be mad crazy, though. But
that's all right. I'm with all that. I'm here for all that.
That's doubt. Cool. No doubt. All right. You got anything else, Biko?
Hold on, man. I ain't. With what? With that?
With anything.
All right, man. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I ain't. Biko. No, my daughter asking me questions and all that. I'm trying to answer and all that. Hold on. Because I'm a family dude.
Yeah, no doubt. We got you, man. All my followers, all my listeners gonna love this one. Like, dog, you got to bring Biko back. Like, Biko got to come back.
Listen, niggas don't really want to hear from me because I don't want to play the political game too heavy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because I'm really to keep it all the way 100 with you. I'm not like one of them dudes that's always reading the analytics of the NBA. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I watch basketball with my eyes, not my iPad. Mm-hmm. You heard? So I'm not looking at all of that. I can't even watch ESPN anymore because every time, I'm just trying to hear opinions and all of that, they want to hit me with the analytics of the game and all of that. And I get there's time and place for everything. But like I said, you got 20 old fat white dudes trying to front like they know the game more than dudes that are out there playing.
Yeah, that's tough right there.
That's frustrating. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, listen, like, stop it. Like, and I get it. It's a time and place for everything. Your analytics it has a specific role with regards to, how you prepare for games and so on and so forth. Like coaches should benefit from analytics. The basic fan watching the game, like, nah, I'm cool. Like, it's just good banter for barbershop arguments. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, son missed 51 games. Like, how would you know that if you didn't watch ESPN? Like, come on. Like, that doesn't mean. Like, watch the game with your eyes, son. Back in the days, during the Showtime era, the Jordan era, you know what I'm saying? Niggas wasn't checking for analytics and all of that.
But that's times though. Internet, all this stuff. We got everything on the phone. We watching on multiple screens. I mean, some of that stuff, the stats got better. It's gonna come. It's technology, bro. You can't get away from technology though. But
nah, I get it.
But like Jalen said, analytics need to be a tool in the toolbox, not the toolbox. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of the things you look at. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But like I said, too often we see cats who, come off as if they're the authority in the area of basketball analysis or
Right,
sports
right,
analysis, period,
right.
because they have access to the analytics. You know what I'm
Player
saying?
efficiency rating. I don't even know what that shit is. I don't even know what that really encompasses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like, yo, that's cool. If y'all want it like that, like I said, it's not for me. It ain't for me. And I think that's one thing that, as we get older, one of the lessons that we have to learn and be able to be comfortable with is that not everything is for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, our parents, like the stuff that we were into, you know what I'm saying, when hip hop came out, like, yo, ain't no way mom was sitting up listening to Beastie Boys with me. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or checking for Run DMC or anything, or Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh. You know, she wasn't checking for that. Like, I couldn't imagine her, you know, busting Lottie Dottie or something like that, or singing Brass Monkey, or listening to Steady being in the Hilltop Hustlers back in the day.
Hilltop Hustlers, man.
Yeah, y'all niggas don't know about the Hilltop.
Word.
The Hilltop is where I'm from.
Man.
The only place that listen.
Word.
It's the place where
Word.
stars are born.
Right.
Listen, people ain't ready for that real authentic joint, son. Word. But I digress. My point was, I'm not supposed to listen to the Migos at the same rate that my kids, my sons, are listening to the Migos.
Right,
you heard?
right.
I'm not supposed to listen to Little This or Young That at the same way that my kids are listening to Little Dude and Young Dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or the this dude or the that dude.
Right.
Nah. You know what I'm saying? All I could do is expose them to that 36 chambers, let them hear that Illmatic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let them hear that KRS, that BDT, some sex and violence, you know what I'm saying? Return of the Boom Bap, you know what I'm saying? Some Instinctive Travels, Midnight Marauders. Let them hear some of that old school stuff that I vibe to.
You got the death certificate, Easy Does It, all that. Some grip it on the other level, the Scarface album, you know what I'm saying? Some Spice One, you know what I'm saying? You got to. E40, you got to listen to that. Oh, you got to listen to Strictly for My Niggas. You know what I'm saying? That album right there. Like, so.
Yeah, that's definitely, you know, definitely a must. Go back and listen to those joints. But my point, like, when cats talk about the mumble rap era and all of that, that's not, I don't have a criticism for it because it's not something that I listen to.
Right.
It's not for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if this nigga is nice or not. He might be nice to these dudes out here. These young dudes think he's nice, so he's nice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know y'all niggas can't tell me nothing about Wise Intelligence. You heard?
Word.
I ain't gonna tell me nothing about Brand Nubia, and I don't expect you to. Like, that's your lane. This is where I come from. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I think we can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Right.
We're always forced to have this sort of binary relationship with music. You know, either you love it or hate it, or it's part of your era or whatever. And I don't, you know, that's not how I look at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm just now getting into Thelonious Monk. You know what I'm saying? I'm just now listening to Bird and some of these official Miles Davis and Coltrane and you know, Love Supreme albums and stuff like that. I'm just now getting into that, you know, and discovering it. It's discovery for me.
Yeah, palette done changed, man. You know what I'm saying? Things that were important back in the days ain't as important no more. You got new likes, new tastes, a more mature ear. You know what I mean? All that stuff. Just a different liking, age, and experience. All that.
Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, I don't really be having too many criticisms about what the young dudes listening to and all of that, because I don't listen to it.
No doubt.
It's not, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Like, it's okay. I don't hate them joints. Just don't play it around me, because I mean, if I'm forced to listen to it, I might give you an opinion about what I think about it, but I'm not gonna try to force anybody to feel the way I feel about what another dude is listening to.
It's all good. You gotta let them eat. You gotta let them eat, because our cats.
Y'all eat.
Yeah. Our cats, they said they wasn't gonna last and all that, and this is garbage, and everybody was stomping on the tape. Steamrollers rolling over the tape, so you know, Now we run the world. So who knows what's next? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What this can
That's a
birth.
fact.
What we've birthed. You know what I'm saying? From our era. That's our era though. But yo, we had an hour. I'm at an hour with this joint though. So now we good. We good though. But yeah, I gotta call Biko. Biko gonna be on the story on the pod, man, all the time. Biko, you got
Yeah,
something
you
for
give me a call. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? You hear we've been doing this for decades, like Don said. This ain't nothing new. Like we've been chopping it up for dumb years and all that. So
yeah.
whether we talking any area of human relations, economics, education, entertainment, law, labor, politics, religion, sex, and war, we're gonna have an opinion about it.
Absolutely.
So whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? We're going to chop it up. I'll give y'all some opinions or whatever. If y'all with it, then we with it. If not, then at least we gave you exposure to our thinking. You understand what I'm saying? It's not for you to think how I think, but take whatever we say and triangulate that joint and see where you can figure out where you went. Somewhere.
Yeah. I was telling everybody that listen. I got my man Biko. We doing the Black Excellence podcast. We changing that joint to Black Confidence, yo. We're gonna change the title to Black Confidence now. So that's what it's gonna be.
Nah, that's dope.
We done.
That's
we
dope.
got it. I got it now. Black Confidence on the Confidence in the Klutch Network. So Mel, appreciate you, boy.
Man, it's nothing. It's just a regular Saturday evening.
Word.
But good looking, son, man. Let me know what the people think. If the people want to hear some more, if they like, yo, son, wow, I can't hear this dude no more.
No doubt, it's all love. They're gonna love you. They love me. They gonna love you, Biko. We all good.
Well,
all right, love.
I'm not no doubt love, son.
Yo, that's what I'm talking about right there. Confidence in the Klutch. You call your homie, talk to your homie. They jump on with you. I love that. I love my homies. They hold me down. You know what I mean? When I need them. And it's always love. And they come with that quality content, strong opinions, and facts, just like your boy do. So, shout out to the Raptors, like I said, winning the trophy. Asterisk or not, whatever everybody think, we all good. They got a trophy. They got a chip. They got something hardware. They got a gold ball. So, that's what we all about, gold ball or bust, man. So, I'll holler at y'all later on this week. Talk about this trade again, see what's the fallout of it, see what's going to happen with this draft. It's all good, y'all. Whether it's the game of basketball or the game of life, you got to have confidence in the clutch. Practice makes confidence. Pressure makes diamonds. Stay sucker free. Keep it a buck like Milwaukee. Stay woke or get out. Gold ball or bust. You can't fit in when you're standing out. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Listen to Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, YouTube, and that confidence in the clutch.podbean.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Hit that bell button to get notifications of new episodes. It's important. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Klutch. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at K and the K. Have a safe and healthy night. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the Klutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence
4, 5, 6.
in the Klutch.
Confidence in the Klutch.